morning. How can I help you? Yes, a 9 o'clock. Okay, let me just check for you. Okay, I do see you here. Okay. I have you all checked in, so you're set. I'd just like to confirm a few details with you, okay? Okay, thank you. So you're looking for some black lingerie today? Is that correct? Okay. And can you just confirm your most recent sizing? And then we'll also do a couple of quick measurements as well, just to make sure, okay? Okay, perfect. So let's start with your bra size, please. Okay. Okay, and your waist, please. Okay, and your hip measurement. Okay. Okay, perfect. You said that you're looking for a collection of black pieces, perhaps some items that can go together in different ways, and some fancier black items. So perhaps a couple of more luxurious pieces, perhaps with some detailing, lace or mesh, as well as some more casual homeware and loungewear. Does that all sound correct? Okay, so I do see all those details from your original intake call, and I'm able to confirm that for you. Okay, great. So I'll just have you have a seat right over in our waiting area, and then we will prepare a dressing area specifically for you. If you'd like some champagne or some water or sparkling water, as well as some cheeses and chocolates, there's an array over there on the sideboard, okay? Of course. Okay, lovely to meet you, and we'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm just going to take a couple of quick measurements now, if that's okay with you, just to confirm the size that we already think that you are. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'm just going to use a standard measuring tape, okay? So if you could just put your arms out for me. I'm just going to measure your bust size. Is it okay if I step a little bit closer to you? And is it okay if I touch you a little bit as I'm measuring, just to make sure everything is accurate? Okay, thank you so much. So I'm just going to step a little closer. Yes, thank you. Okay, we're just going to go around. Okay, perfect. I'm just going to jot that down. And we're just going to do your waist next, okay? So stand up straight, shoulders relaxed, like shoulders back but relaxed. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. I'm just going to go around. Okay, perfect. thank you so much for waiting. We're going to start with a couple of basic casual pieces that also are quite sophisticated in the design and fit, and that I think might align with what you're looking for, okay? Okay, perfect. So this piece is just a classic baby tee, but it is very soft. It is very well designed, and the fit and cut are very flattering. So, of course, high crew neckline, short sleeves, but the material is very, very soft on this. Cropped length, of course, and the back is standard. Again, what you would expect. But something like this is so versatile because you can pair this with many of the other items that I'll show you, or you could also just wear this with some underwear for a comfortable lingerie lounge kind of crossover look. Yeah. And then, oops. I actually just have that same top again in a slightly different size. So although we took your measurements and I think our sizing is quite accurate, you actually might want to get this piece in both sizes because they might serve different functions. They might be comfortable at different points in time. You might like the look and feel of them differently in different sizes for different purposes. So I'll just show you them together. So yeah, basically same top. Just in the two different sizes. Okay. So what I'd like to show you next is two different pairs of underwear that could go with these. Okay. So I'm just gonna grab these. So this first pair is a very beautifully designed item. Excellent material, very soft. Very soft. Very versatile, comfortable. You could wear this for loungewear, you could wear this under clothing, or as lingerie. Yeah, so just like this. You do have some coverage, very soft. This is actually bamboo material. And in the back is a Brazilian style cut. Okay. So that's that pair, and I'll show you one additional pair that you might choose to coordinate with these. Now, of course, we do have lots of different cuts and styles. These are just a couple of options. Of course, yes, you can always take a look when we're finished, or I can show you a few more choices. Of course. So this is a different material and a different cut. So these are just some fuzzies. So these are sort of a seamless style. Again, you do have some coverage on this, which makes it quite comfortable to wear in a variety of ways, very versatile. Just classic seamless black panty. With that, like, very rich black color. These could go beautifully well together as well. And of course, you can pair these panties with any of the other items that I'll be showing you. Yes. And yes, of course, we do have some additional styles available if you'd like to consider some other options to pair with any of these. Okay, so the next piece that I'll show you is a little bit more kind of dressy, I would say. So this is a black mesh bodysuit. It is very soft, so although it is mesh, it's not kind of a stiff mesh. It is a very soft, flowy, very, very comfortable fabric. Yeah, you should feel. Yeah, it almost feels like it couldn't be as soft as it is, but it is very soft. High neck, beautiful and classic, long sleeves. Like so. There's nothing underneath, so it is just a full, sleek, full body bodysuit, completely made out of mesh. And it is so versatile. So I'll just show you the back quickly, and then I can talk about a few ways to wear this. So very high neckline in the back with that little bit of color. No seam or detailing, really just classic sleek silhouette. You do have the snap closure in the bottom for convenience and to make it easier to wear. Yeah. So this piece, of course, because it is so simple and so sleek and streamlined, but with that beautiful mesh, you can wear this in so many different ways. So you could even, if you wanted to, for kind of a dressier night out look, you could even wear a baby tee over this bodysuit, and then the mesh sleeves would show through. So you could actually wear this out like that. You could wear something under this, perhaps a different lingerie piece, and then the mesh bodysuit over it. You could wear this under a blazer to add a little bit of extra detail. Yeah, so there are lots of ways you can do that. In fact, I actually have an idea. Hang on one second. I want to grab one other piece for you. Okay, hang on just a sec. Hi there. I'm back. So actually this is not a lingerie piece, so it's part of the reason I didn't think about it for you at first. But actually, if you're interested in pairing any of these pieces with a more formal look, to wear this out, perhaps out to dinner or for a dressier occasion, you could absolutely pair a classic black work blazer like this with almost any of these pieces for kind of a chic, dressed up, quite feminine but also quite formal look. So for example, you could pair this with this, and then it is cropped, so you might want to wear this either with high-waisted pants, or you could show your midriff area. It could look very beautiful together, and the same with something like this. You could wear something underneath this, perhaps something simple in black underneath this mesh bodysuit, and then over it you wear this classic black blazer. And then you have a piece that can serve both as loungewear or lingerie, or actually for a quite sophisticated night out or dressed up look. So yeah, really beautiful combination. So I'm actually just going to keep this with your other items in case that's something you're interested in. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this here. Okay, so the next piece I'll show you is this black silk skirt. It has a rough edge, so this is kind of an unusual look, but I actually think it's a really neat detail. So this is quite short. It is a lingerie or lounge piece. It's a little wrinkled, but we can steam it for you. That's just from being folded up. So we have this beautiful kind of rough hem at the bottom. If you see that, it's just kind of a different look. Yeah, kind of casual, edgier. Yeah. The back is the same, so it's just the same everywhere. But because it is so sleek and so simple, it's very, very versatile. So you can wear this with so many different things. So, for example, you could pair this simple black skirt again, perhaps with a smaller, more cropped baby tee. So that could be very cute for loungewear to wear at home, or depending on where you're going, if you wanted more of a dressed up look with leggings underneath it, you could wear something like that. Of course, you could also pair this with this. You have the mesh bodysuit underneath and then the skirt for lingerie or home loungewear look. Yeah. And again, you could always layer lots of different things underneath the bodysuit. So then you can have the skirt and the bodysuit together. Black just all pairs so nicely together. There's so many different things you can do with it. So really almost any of these bottoms can go with any top. Yeah. Absolutely. So I'll put this like this. So you did say you were interested in some pieces with a little bit more detail, perhaps more luxurious pieces. So I want to show you a couple of bras that are like that, and then I'll show you a few other casual pieces and then some more dressy ones. Okay, so this next one is quite a detailed bra. So this is a black lace. You do have the lace that extends up onto the shoulders. Yes. It's interesting, on many pieces like this little bit of lace is actually facing the other way. It's sort of folded this way in the design. But on this bra, which I actually really like, the lace is inside. So the lace is facing your neckline, like towards your body instead of away from it. Mm-hmm. It is very beautiful lace, and it tapers, so it's thicker on the bottom and kind of tapers up towards the top. And of course the cuffs are also lace. It's really lovely the way this is layered. So this is kind of 2 layers of lace, and the front part has only this thin layer with mesh on the bottom, and then lace up here at the top. And then you have the second layer of lace that kind of folds over part of it to really create kind of a wrapped look in a way. I'll show you up close so you can get a better sense of it. And then the center of this is very beautifully done. So you have these 2 bows, simple black bows. Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit more of a mature look, I would say, for sure. The back is sort of what you would expect, except it has a very thin strap. There's only one closure on this, and that's just the look and the style, which I actually think is a really kind of delicate touch for this piece. You do have gold hardware here, and of course adjustable straps. Let me just show you a little bit closer what the details on this look like. So you can see how the bra has this kind of fold with the 2 layers of lace. So it is a really beautiful silhouette, and a really beautiful cotton style. And of course, this can pair with anything almost that I showed you already, but especially if you wanted a lingerie look, you could pair this bra with this little satin skirt. I actually think the different shades of black are really, really nice together. And then of course, you could just pair with classic simple Brazilian panties, and you just have kind of a chic, sophisticated mix of different pieces, and all of these can be combined in so many different lovely ways. So I'll just put those back. Okay, I'm going to show you another bra, kind of along the same lines, but this one is a little bit more mesh. And just kind of a different look. So less lace, more mesh, and a little bit strappier. It has some really lovely strappy details. So this piece has mesh cups. There is underwire. Actually, both bras have underwire. So quite a firm, sturdy underwire, quite supportive. Then up here, it's a little bit hard to show on the hanger, but up here, the way the straps are, kind of creates this triangle shape. in kind of the upper shoulder area of your body. You'll see when you try it on. But it actually creates this really beautiful strappy look on your body. It's really nice. No extra detailing in the middle, but because you have the wire and then the solid black over the mesh, it really creates this like simple, clean, but like, yeah, kind of strappy look. It's quite striking. Yeah, and then of course you do have a strap over each cup. So yeah, the straps are really kind of where all of the special features of this bra are. And then you do have this kind of unusual detail, which is this additional strap that goes kind of around your, almost your rib cage, so like right below your bust, kind of like on a long line bra. Except instead of having additional lace or material down here, you just have this strap. It's actually very beautiful. It creates a really lovely style on the body. And then the back, you can see is fairly simple. You can see there's a little bit of almost scalloping detail along the edges of this piece. And then the hardware is all gold on this. So it's delicate, but it is a gold color. So it's just something to be aware of. It changes the look a little bit. Some of the pieces don't have any hardware, so that's more of a streamlined look, whereas this adds a little bit of styling. Yes, okay. And I can show you up close if you want to just see. Yeah. Okay. And this little strap. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So actually the next piece that I'll show you is a more casual piece for, you could actually wear it out, but you could also wear it as part of lingerie or loungewear, so you could layer it with some of these other pieces, and I'll show you. So it's actually very, very comfortable. So this is a knit dress in black with a very deep V neckline. So that's what kind of brings it into the loungewear, lingerie realm, is that it can be worn in so many different ways. So of course you could wear this out. It is just a dress, but it's so comfortable and very flattering, and also layers beautifully with some other pieces. So I'll just show you the details of this first. I'm not sure if you can see. The hem has kind of this kind of thick band here with a different knit. And then this is quite a cozy, soft knit itself. You do have a little more of a V-neck with some of this little different knit around the neck too, kind of with lines here, woven into the fabric. A little bit of the same on the cuffs, although of course they're not cuffs, they're sleeves. It is short sleeved. The back is actually opposite. You have this high classic neck in the back. Oops. Yeah, it's a little fuzzy. High classic neck, and then just simple, streamlined, elegant silhouette. Okay, and then I'm sure you can imagine, but you can just layer. So like for homeware and loungewear, you could layer this bra with this, or you could layer it with this bra, and then there's some lace showing through, or of course you could layer it with, the bodysuit, and then you have this really beautiful mesh showing through the front. That could actually be really nice for a night out. And then of course you have the classic blazer that you could wear with any of it. So yeah, really kind of mix and match pieces. And then the next one is a corset top. So this piece is again more luxurious. So this does have more detailing. And again, you can pair this with anything. This would go beautifully actually with this little skirt, with, again, I'll just show you. I know that you can play with it on your own, but of course, with these black panties, this could look gorgeous. So lingerie, but you could also make this part of an outfit. There's so many different things you could do with a really beautiful corset. So now this is just so gorgeous. You have all this beautiful lace. There is a layer of kind of light colored mesh underneath. It is very soft, but it is see-through. So yes, of course, this is a corset top. You will see through the bottom of it. But the cups actually are not see-through. So you do have, I'll see if I can show you. Yeah, you do have this this lining in the cups. Yeah. So it actually will cover, so nothing will show up top. So this actually is even more versatile because of that. Yeah. So beautiful. Again, this one is quite strappy, so the way the straps are designed is it creates this like triangle pattern. Yes, which is really beautiful. Yeah, very sophisticated. And then the back, you do have a zip closure. So many corset tops have kind of the bra-like adjustable closures. This particular top has a zip here. And then actually some boning in the side right next to the zipper, so it really does give it some beautiful structure. Then you additionally have some boning here and here in the lace. So of course it is black lace. You can see right through it, which creates a really beautiful pattern on the back. Again, you can see it is very strappy, gold hardware. Yeah, and the center design, the whole thing is just so well made. It's so well designed. And of course there is underwire. There is not padding in this piece, yes. So although there is that really nice lining, there is not padding in this. It's just for coverage. Yeah. But yes, of course you do have the underwire. Okay. And then let's see. So the next couple of pieces that I'll show you are definitely more lingerie type pieces. So fancier, I would say. Yeah, so some beautiful details on these. And this next one's going to be a baby doll. So this one is kind of a standalone dress. Of course you could layer this, but this is more of just kind of a straight lingerie piece. Lots of beautiful details in this. So you have these lace cups. It is see-through. You have some gathering up here on the top, the little bit of lace on the top as well. This does have a lot of details, but it does have that strappy look actually. So because of the way the straps are designed, where they go kind of above, I'll show you a little closer. You can kind of see there's this like gap here, which creates a really beautiful look and shape on the body. Simple black bow, very delicate. The top part, kind of the bust, kind of comes here and then transitions into this beautiful soft mesh. So you have this kind of two-part look. The bottom, of course, is sheer, but it is very, very soft. And you do have this lace along the bottom, if you can see that. It's a little bit extra detail, really beautifully done. You actually have some lace at the top and then kind of a different shape at the bottom. Okay, and then the back of this baby doll or dress is very open. So you have this big scoop at the back, some beautiful lace around the sides, that same lace around the bottom. You'll see how this fits, but because of the way that it's cut, it's very flattering and very soft. Just a really great fit on the body. There is no separate metal hardware. There is hardware, but it's black. It doesn't stand out. So it kind of all flows. And then something else just to know about this piece is that although there is kind of a shape, there is stitching and details, and of course this line down the front, there's no wire in this. So actually the shape of this is all in the way that it's assembled. There's no additional boning or wire or anything in this, so it's very, very comfortable. Yes. Okay, so we'll put that back. The next one I'm going to show you is actually just a simple bodysuit. So this is actually meant to be worn out, but because it is so soft and fitted and streamlined, it not only makes a beautiful silhouette to wear under clothing, but it also makes really beautiful, soft, comfortable loungewear. So this has a little bit of ribbing in the fabric. It is very soft, short sleeve, high neck. You do have a snap closure at the bottom on this one for convenience. The back, similar high neckline, short sleeve, very soft ribbed fabric. Yes, and just the silhouette on this, the cut and style, is very flattering and so versatile. Yeah, really, really, really beautiful. Okay, so I'll put that back. Oh, and yes, of course, so this is very classic. So kind of a sleek fitted black bodysuit, a black blazer, is a very nice look for going out, yeah, for more formal. Okay. Okay, so I did pull a couple of gray pieces for you. So I know you said mostly black, but maybe one or two gray pieces. So we pulled this bodysuit. So this is a romper, actually. So you have these long sleeves. It's knitted, so very soft and comfortable for lounge or home wear. You have buttons, and this other gray, contrasting color a little bit. You do have a deep V here, so of course you could put something underneath this. So for example, if you wanted to layer this with, let's see, if you wanted to layer this with some lace, that might be a really interesting look. Perhaps with some black socks. I'll show you some socks in a little while. I'll show you the back of this. It's almost like a sweater. It's a very soft, comfortable knit. And one thing to note is that the bottom on this actually does not have any kind of snap closure. It's just one solid piece. So that can be very comfortable, but just something to be aware of. Yeah. And then I'll show you one last piece of this type. And then I actually want to show you some socks. So we have this piece. So this is a dress, kind of a satiny fabric. You have this bow in the center, a simple bow, lace detailing here and here. Kind of that V-neck, adjustable straps, straight along the back. And then on the bottom of this dress, you do have a little bit of extra detailing. So you have this bow here and a little bit of a slit and some lace, and the same on the other side. So it is symmetrical, and then some lace on the bottom of this. Okay, so that's another dress. And then actually, the last thing I'd like to show you is, believe it or not, some socks. So although lots of people do prefer stockings for a casual, actually even a little bit dressy of a lounge or home look, some people find that socks are more comfortable, and you can get really, really soft, comfortable socks that look really lovely with lots of different things. So let me show you. We're going to start, actually, let me just grab everything at once. Okay, we're going to start with these. So these are some, there we go, some stretchy gray socks. I'm stretching them so you can see. You can't really tell, just like this, how long they are, these actually come like a little bit, maybe a few inches above the knee on most people. So this is actually a really cute look, and you can wear this in lots of different ways. So for example, you could pair these gray socks with this gray bodysuit, and it's actually a really nice, cute look. You could also, of course, gray and black go beautifully together, so you could wear these gray socks with, for example, this black dress. But I'll actually show you, we have these same socks in black, so you could also wear this with these socks with this, but you could wear the socks with any of these pieces, really. You could wear them with the little skirt, with any one of the bras and the corset top. So actually some nice, comfortable, soft, tall black socks. Many people find are kind of nicer than stockings in terms of how they feel. So, and again, because they are quite high above the knee, they do tend to be very stylish and like add a little bit of extra something to a loungewear outfit. Yeah, so that's nice. And then I do have one other pair of socks to show you. So these are actually very, very long socks. So these are just black with a little bit of gray, but they're very soft. And yeah, these will come like almost all the way up. You can kind of adjust them or fold them, depending on how you want to wear something like this. But these, again, actually really add something to an outfit. But they're also soft, and for winter they're a little bit warm. Could be really, really lovely with lots of different things. Yeah. So those are all the pieces that I have to show you. Please feel free to try everything on. Tell me what you like and what you didn't like, and if you'd like us to pull anything else for you. Okay. And then once you're all set, you can just come on out and we'll take the pieces that you've selected and wrap everything up and check you out, okay? Okay, of course. It was lovely to